Back with this Marshall JCM 800 split channel reverb. And this one goes out to everyone who's like, hey man, when's my amp gonna be done? When are you gonna get to my amp? Blah, blah, blah. And you know, respectfully, everyone's amp is important to me. And I tried as hard as I can, but I have one bench and I can't get to the next amp until the first amp is done, or at least to a stopping point. Like on this one before, the stopping point was when I realized it needed a new master volume because that pot was defective. And the screen grid resistors were leaking. So I ordered those and put it to the side, did some others. Now it's back on the bench. Is it done? No. The master volume's working now. And the screen grid resistors are good now. The issue I have at this point is that there is a buzz that should not be there. And that buzz is only apparent really on the high gain channel. Not really a buzz, kind of a rushing water sound, or sound like something pulsing. And the other issue I have with this amp that I could not discover until other things were fixed, and it may be related to that pulsing sound, is if I unplug, that input jack is wearing out, has worn out, not getting metal to metal contact on either ground lug, on either the ground or the tip. Neither one's normaling properly. So I had just installed the board again after installing the new master volume and presence pot. And I'm glad I didn't put it all the way back in, because I've got to take it all the way back out and change that input jack again. Now I've got that one in stock already. I keep pots and jacks like that in quantities because I use them so much. So that's about to get replaced. But you know, this amp that I thought was going to be done now is going to be done at some point after that, because is that buzz in the high gain related to the bad connections on the input? It's possible because it's all ground, or is something else amiss? So I will soon find out. Isn't this such fun? Okay, new input jack in place. No more noise and buzz there. Plug in, and what do we get? And that weird pulsing sound that I was hearing is gone in the dirty channel. It's still not perfect. I'm still hearing a little bit more noise than I would like, but it is way behind the level of what you play. And you know, the split channel 800s are have never been a particular favorite sound of mine, but this is now working at least as good as it did when it was new, so I'm calling it done. Got to put all the rest of the hardware on the front and then all the knobs back and all the ticky-tacky little things like that, but electronically the amp seems solid. But before I do all that, I'm going to let it run on a looper for a couple of hours just in case I miss something or something else starts to act up. Just to sum up everything this amp needed. New input jack, that was a nice surprise. New master volume, that was a nice surprise after the caps before. I did the presence because it had been replaced previously relatively poorly. Total recap, all electrolytic caps changed out. One resistor in the preamp supply was changed out. New screen grid resistors, a lot of cleaning, a lot of tightening of stuff. Some lead dress changes just to get the lower noise floor. And once I'm sure that everything else is fine, I'll make sure the reverb tank is hooked up correctly before it goes back to the owner. You always get a 50-50 shot of getting that right the first time, which means I invariably hook it up wrong the first time. I think red goes to the right. I think red right.